A true and faithful relation what passed for many years between Dr. John Dee and some spirits, published by Meric Casaubon in 1659, continuing the Cracovia operation of Wednesday, April 25th, Min Hora 7, and not sure exactly which sentence we're at, but so let's start the paragraph over. This is an entity calling itself Gabriel speaking. That man, imagining his predestination and perfect election, predestination doesn't mean that free will is overturned, justifieth not himself. For wheresoever this is found, or this doctrine is preached amongst you, either simply in man or publicly in congregation, it is the sure sign and token of their perpetual ignorance and confusion. For the will and power of God belongeth not to our measure, for it was the cause of rebellion amongst us, with much less among men, which are fighting yet for the glory of their reward. Behold, it is a sin in him that judgeth of his brother's consciousness. Much more is it a threefold error to form the imaginations of sin, by whose imaginations they are. Be not proud, therefore, of the gifts of God, but become humble. Either justify yourself in respect that this is the word of God delivered unto you for your own selves. But the more you receive, be the more thankful. The more you be in the strength of God, the more use you the pureness of humility, of whom it is said, Behold, my spirit hath entered, yea, into my servants. And they are become humble and meek in the sight of men. But if we be the servants of God, of the God of Abraham, then are we the spirits of truth and understanding. For our faith is dignified in the sight of the heavens, and we are become mighty in the power of the Almighty. Therefore ought we to be believed. And D puts in this side note to this that this is why he thinks they're good angels. Of course, angels is an ambiguous word. If you're talking Malaika, there are no bad ones. They don't have a choice. Now, if you will confess yourselves to be the children of Abraham, then you must also accept of our doctrine. For the meat whereby Abraham lived is the same food we minister unto you, of whom it is said, He believed God, and was counted unto him for righteousness. Even so, do you that. You also may be righteous, wherein you differ from Abraham. Were you not barren? Who hath made you fruitful? Did God make a covenant with Abraham? Even so he doth with you. Did the Lord in his ministers appear unto him? So doth he, and will do unto you. Were the sins of Sodom, the fifth that perished, imported into Abraham's bosom as a secret determination of the Lord, are they also not manifest unto you, even by the same God, as touching the time and corruption of this world? Sodom and Amra, which the Quran talks about cities. It doesn't narrow it down to two, but that region kind of was really messed up by a volcanic event, maybe gas or something, but you see buildings overturned and stuff. Where in any account does it say that only a fifth of the people died? Because the people who spoke of the civilization there before didn't speak of a civilization there in the time after. I mean, the people who weren't writing the Bible. Rose ye not up in the morning, and behold the confusion and headlong ruins of the wicked, and shall you not also see the ruin of him that is the son of wickedness? Yes, unless you hinder yourselves. For the promise of your God is without exception. Be mindful, therefore, of yourselves, and consider your calling, that you may still be blessed in him that is the God of Abraham, who is your father. Of course, not literal. So we have a covenant in the side there, the next paragraph, which is just a sentence here. The keys, and then in the next, lingua el scientia. Secret doctrine of the Lord, also not, that's even by the same God, touching the time and correction of the world. Okay. In these keys, which we deliver, are the mysteries and secret beings and effects of all things, moving and moved within the world. In this is the life of motion, in whom all tongues of the world are moved. There is neither speech nor silence that was or shall be to the end of the world, but they are all as plain here as in their own nakedness. Despise it not, therefore, for unto them that are hungry it is bread, unto the thirsty drink, and unto the naked clothing. A serpent it is of many heads, invincible. Believe therefore that with him you may be wise, that your humility may be such as may be numbered in the world. I have said. And Navalgi said, move not, for the place is holy. And it's important, and it wasn't quite a standard thing, that a system of magic, consciousness control, art and science of religion, kind of refers to all of existence. And I certainly myself have turned to a text that's, at least in the broad sense, has guidance, spiritual guidance on every issue. And, so anything good and true I can see supported somewhere in there. Maybe I can't say the verse or whatever right away. Anything evil or ignorant, I see how it's condemned there, Edward Kelly says, what mean you by that sentence or phrase? Navalgi said, it is of two parts. The first, in respect of the spirit and presence of him that is holy, present in teaching. Second, in respect of your consent, which is obedience, for obedience confirmeth the will of God in man. And the will of God confirmeth man's salvation, wherefore it is said, move not. And why? Because the place is holy. Move, neither in mind, neither in body. For obedience is the conclusion and confirmation of your separations from the devils. Sacrifice is accepted, but obedience is better. You are surely answered. Oh, it was Navalgi. Did I say it was Navalgi speaking in there? And Edward Kelly says, I like your answer well. Navalgi, Nalvage, some people are going to pronounce it that way, said, our wisdom shall prove rhetoric. And so the number, the backwards word, and in between, we have an English meaning, and then we have something about the pronunciation. Didn't we already have mention of the second and third Enochian key? But 80, N-A-A-Q, in your creation, it is A-un. 79, L-E-A-N-A-N-A, of the secret wisdom, Ananail. 78, I-L-P-A-L-P, partakers, it is Plaple. 77. OGUP. As under the partakers, it is Bubgo. I'm using a different pronunciation there, but yeah. I'm single letter sounds and THs and CHs as single sounds, but yeah. 76. RAMAUMI. Apply yourselves unto us. It is Yamvamar. 79. The O and Ode. Edward Kelly said, "This letter turneth so about that I cannot well discern it." 74. GALGINU. Descend. Vunyunglag. Edward Kelly said, "This letter also turneth around." 73. RACAZ. Move. Zodakar. Remember what was said previously about the difference between saying Zakar and Zod Akar. Saying the Z's is Ode, kind of like adding that Al or El or Yah or Iya or, that sort of thing in the Hebrew names. 72. AIHOG. We say Gohya. 71. GMRASAC. In whom? Gasarmag. 70. MOIAA. Amongst us. Iom. 69. ZLOACIM. Mighty. Miekaolds. 68. RAON. Is become Noir. Edward Kelly says, "This letter moveth. Now he maketh a reverend Kersey." 67. NIAOODDO. And name. Ud do u yin. Edward Kelly says, "This letter also moveth." Ode is and it must be sounded with one breath. Edward Kelly said, "Gabriel shaketh his spectre. His spear." Navalgi says, 66. MOCACAC. Flourish. Ka-ka-kum. 65. ZOSUHEI. His mercies. Ye have those. Ye have those. Not those. Ye have those. Ye have so's. Okay, now I got it right. Sorry about that. 64. AMCIM. Behold. Yikma. Edward Kelly, now he useth his reverent curses again. 63. NARIMA. Yourselves. Yuron. Navalgi said, "Did I not bid thou shouldest not move?" Edward Kelly says, He hath thrown down his rod upon the table." D said, "I had moved to the door because I heard some going up and down the chamber without. We had forgotten to shut the stair-foot door. O Lord, I did it not upon any wilful disobedience, but pardon this fault. And by the grace of God, I will avoid the like fault henceforward." Navalgi said, It was a great fault. D said, I beseech the Almighty to pardon it. Edward Kelly said, now he is kneeled down, and his face is under the table. Now he is up again, and taketh this rod in his hand, and maketh a cross with it 3 times. East, west, north, and south. Navagi said, sound your word. D said, Amaron. Edward Kelly said, he pronounceth the I so remissly, as that is scarce heard, and in the pronouncing of the whole word, he seemeth not to move his lips. And, as you see, I'm showing a difference between a dialect here, and I'm not showing it in a way that's, I'm not the ones that are adding sounds and whatnot. And so, Navagi. 62. S-U-H-O-G. I say, go thus. Edward Kelly said, he made long, leisurely reference. 61. R-O-L-O-H-O-G. Lift up. Go holor. Edward Kelly said, he useth reverence again. Navagi said, the next is a name mightier than the power of the same. 60. D-A-M. Of the same your God. Mod. Edward Kelly said, he useth long, reverent courtesy again. Now he holdeth up his rod. 59. P-A-I-O-O-D. In the name. Do-oi up. Edward Kelly said, he holdeth up his rod again. 58. N-A-O-O-V-D-O. And truth. Ood, vu, u, un. And as we've seen the variation of that elsewhere, what is it? Va, o, un? Yeah. Vu, u, un is with the exalted, or unfallen angels, I guess you could say. And with the fallen, the jinn, it's va, o, un. But, 57, T-L-A-B of justice, Balt. 56, H-A-L-A-N-U, because Enochian's right to left, and this is their English, so they're thinking left to right. The skirts. Vanilla. 55, N-A-O-N, thus you are become. Nawan. 59, D-L-I-P, on the earth. Pyold. 53, G-S-O-A-C, continually. Kaosig. Now he useth the curtsy. 52, I-G-R-I-P-L-A-M. The fires of life and increase. Mop Yurge. 52, R-A-P-N-A-P. Powering down. Panapur. 50, L-E-E-A-N-A-N. My power. Nanail. 46, N-U-A-V. You might work. Vavan. That doesn't look right. Yeah, that's supposed to be 49. So I'm correcting the numbers as they come across. 38 is 58. 46 is 49. Yeah. Edward Kelly said, he useth reverence. Now he, holding up his rod, shaketh it about his head. 48. B-A-A-T-E-N-G. Your governments. Taab. 47, ed. Of. D is my name. 46, G-A, John D is writing a side note. Well, D is my name. Because, honestly, if you hear what sounds like your name or one of your names and then some sort of spiritual operation, you're going to obviously wonder, does that have to do with me? 46. Gaoniim. The corners. Myanuag. Edward Kelly said he useth curtsy. Oh, courtesy? Okay. Well, they're doing curtsies and using courtesy. Okay. Edward Kelly said Gabriel shaketh his spear. Be interesting to interact all these different extra movements with this amongst the recitation of the keys. And I don't see any books that are recommending that, and I think that's worth a try. So Gabriel shaketh the sphere, and Navalgi said it may be called Me Moag or De'upa. Now he extendeth De'uf. Okay, so we have a variation here. Div. And the other variation with one less I, Nye Moag. Edward Kelly said, now he extendeth. Okay, De'uf. 45, D-O, and Ode. 44, P-O-Z-I-Z-I, from the highest vessels. Yizop. Gabriel said, move on. And Navalgi continuing. 43, N-E-F-A-F, to the intent that. Fafin. 42, B-S-A-C-O-C, of time. Kokasab. 41, L-I-M-O-H, the true ages. Humul. 40, A-L-C. 456, Kla. 39, S-R-O-V, out. Force. Edward Kelly said he useth most reverent Kersey. 38, I-L-A-I-M-P-A-C, successively. Kapamyala. 37, A-S-N-O-L, power. Lonsa. 36, G-R-A-Z-M-O-V, and every one of you. Arg, as in barge. Vom Sarge. R. Vom Zarg. Vom Sarg. That's a Z. 35, A-G-U-L-D, giving. Thulvaga. 34, B-A-A-T-E-N, of government. Nitaab. Edward Kelly said, many sounds are heard in the stone. He kneeleth down. 33, S-O-N-L-I-H-T, in seats. 12, Thilnos. 32, A-L-A-A-H, placed you. Allah. But if there's an H, Ha, Allah. 32, D-O, and Ode. 50, G-R-A-Z-L-A-B, Stewarts. Balzarg. Also Balzarge. 29, L-O-E, I made you, Eol. 28, I-L-I, in the first, Yela. 27, L-U-Z-R-O-T, Sharise. Torzabal. 26, D-O, and Ode. 25, A-D-G-R-B, Sleep. Bergda. As Bergen, or Virgin to Bud, or is Virgin, 24, T-S-D, which, Dust. 23, N-E-I-Z-O, mine own, Ozyin. 22, M, except. M, it is a word. Edward Kelly said, now he useth reverence. Just as we found out that L is a word, and Y is a word, and A is a word, and so now he uses reference. 21, E-G-S-I-H-C-I, two are not. Yuski. Kistja. 20, S-I-H-C, R. Kyus. 29, G-R-O-T-L-O-T, the creatures of the earth. Tol Torg. Org as in George. Tol Torg. 18, N-I-I-V-Q, wherein. Kvigen. Kvigen. Quit and 17, H-C-O-L-E-T, of death. Tilok. As Och in Hotchpotch. Talach. Edward Kelly said, now he maketh. A cross, like the lowercase t cross. 16, H-E-L-P-S-O-M-Q, are the horns, mos, pli, as two words. Now, I guess you could say all the CHs in Enochian you could render as a ch, but we're seeing that sometimes it's a k. So, so there's two words. dialectical differences, right? 15. Nivpat, as sharp sickles. Tapavian, you may call it. Tapua, also. 14. Sichcr, as kiss, but 13. LD and V, the rest. Vundel. Edward Kelly said, now he maketh the cross again, now he stoopeth down and kisseth. And it says it may be Vundel or Vundel. 12. HAPIGIG, of living breath. Yigyipa, not pa, but pa. 21. LIHTO, the seats. Oh, no, that's not a G, that's, the smudging here. LIHTO, Othiel. 10. SIHCR, kiss, 9. ZRON, 6. Nors. 8. HODNOLSO, 12 kingdoms. Os Londo, because os is the word for 12. We're having it directed into one word. And you have a cross again. Os signifieth 12. Oh, okay, I spoke too soon. Londo, yeah. 7. BAIBR, Biab. 6. NEIZA, on whose hands? As ye